Hello, 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 hello. I need like an intro song. I need drama. I need drums. I need something to just boost my energy. I'm kidding. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I told you guys I got you this year. I told you guys I'm back with a bang. I told you guys I am producing this content. I am doing this thing. I am pushing myself. So this is to 2021 and pushing myself. So let's get into today's topic. I'm speaking about womanhood. I'm speaking about fertility or infertility. It's gonna be a very touchy English, where are you? It's gonna be a very touchy subject, and I'm laughing now, but it's a serious matter, and I don't think we as women are comfortable speaking about it. I don't think we are open enough to discuss it, but I want to fiddle into that box and just speak about my personal experience. You guys can comment and add yours. If you have any, you can ask questions, and yeah, feel free to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and yeah, just spread the love, spread the love. Okay, where do I start? I think growing up, right? Growing up, getting your first period, and basically your parents giving you the talk. Well, my mom didn't necessarily yeah, she gave me the talk, but I don't think it was a conversation. It was more like, stay away from boys. You started your period, stay away from boys because you're gonna get pregnant, girl. It wasn't like a discussion of, this is what your body's going through, these are the changes, these are the consequences when you do that. You know, it wasn't a conversation whatsoever. So everything else that I learned was honestly from other people, or from books, or from hearsay, or from social media, the works, right? So I think throughout my I'll say late teenage years and varsity, I would pray that I don't get pregnant. I remember when I had like a pregnancy scare, I was just like, but God, I would pray, like, this was honestly my prayer, but God, I didn't do it a lot, I just did it once. I mean, I know that girl that keeps on doing the same shit and she's fine. Why would I get pregnant? Like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you punishing me? I don't deserve this. I think it gets to a point where you get reckless as a person, but we're not touching that. We're not talking about being reckless, and you know, we're not talking about that necessarily. We're just talking about fertility as a whole. So fast forward to 2016. I think it was 2016, 2017, 2018. Was it 2016 or 2017, guys? When did I get married? I think it was 2017. 2017, fast forward, obviously dating. I was still dating though, my current husband. I found out that I was pregnant. Okay. Being the person that I am, I obviously told like a bunch of people, like close friends, my best friend, my mom, obviously being excited, because when I felt pregnant, it was during the process of my husband coming home to pay ilobola and whatever, you know. So for me, I was just like excited. He was also excited because he wanted a baby, you know. So it was just, it just happened blindly like that. So I think when I found out, I was about 3 weeks pregnant, and I had done those clear blue, whatever, I think two weeks plus or 3 weeks. So it was very early, very early. And I think at that point, you're excited more than anything. It drives your emotion. It drives you to do like, yeah, crazy stuff, and to, yeah. So I ended up telling everyone that was close to me, and the days went on. Okay, sharp. Fast forward to my actual lobola day. Okay, the night before my lobola day. So the night before, we're chilling in the bedroom with my mom and my cousins and my aunts, and we were just chatting, you know, having fun. They cooking, you know. It's like a whole thing. I started having this excruciating pain, like from my lower abdomen. It was I think on the right or left, on the left hand side. It was bad. Like I literally couldn't walk. It was, sure guys, I can't even explain it. It was the worst pain. Like at that point, I've only known period pains, and I would really get bad period pains, but at that time it was bad, guys. I couldn't stand up. It was a sharp pain that I couldn't explain. And so at that point, my aunts didn't know that I was pregnant, but my mom knew. So I think she started to panic, and you know, I was crying obviously because this pain is just unbearable. And she started praying, and she gave me water to drink. She prayed for that water, and then I drank it. And after that, the pain subsided. So the pain, like, it was, I could feel it, but it wasn't as bad, right? I could walk now. Okay, sharp. I walked to the toilet, and when I got there, I saw that I'm bleeding. But it wasn't like hectic, a gush of blood, but it was like, you know, spotting nyan. So I thought, okay, sharp, you know, most not knowing anything, Mr. Google is there. So I start Googling. At 3 weeks, when you start bleeding, what's happening? So there were articles about implantational bleeding, implantational spotting, not bleeding necessarily. And then some were saying, there were comments about, no, bleeding is normal. It's not something to be, you know, worried about. Obviously you try to look at the positive articles more than the negative ones. So okay, I was just like, whatever, you know, I'll be fine. At that point I didn't tell my mom that I'm bleeding. I just kept quiet, sharp. Following day, lobola thing happens. I book Randy, but the bleeding doesn't stop. So I keep on changing what's this thing, panty liners, because it wasn't bleeding that will fill like a pad. Like, I'm going TMI, guys. TMI, you know. It wasn't bleeding that will fill a pad, but it was bleeding that will like cover what's your face, a liner, you know. So I kept on changing it, and I was like, okay. Later on that night, I told my mom, I'm like, yes mama, this bleeding doesn't stop. And she's like, no, tomorrow you need to go to the hospital, to the doctor, and just, yeah, make sure that everything is fine. The following day, it's a Sunday, we went to some other place at Tema. Those of you who are familiar with the Tema, I think it's Lisedi or whatever, but there's like a bunch of doctors there. Got to the doctor. The doctor was like, okay, I can't check, I don't have a scan, so I can't really tell you much, but what I can tell you is that bleeding is can happen. It's not uncommon, but it's something you need to check out, right? So you can't just sit when you're bleeding, and especially if you're experiencing excruciating pain, you just need to check it out. I sharp. And then he was like, there's a gynae here, but he's currently not around. So not a gynae, but he said someone who does scans, this guy is not around today, so come tomorrow around 5, he'll be here. Okay, sharp. Keep in mind, we used to live in Boksburg, so Tema is like 30 minutes away or 20 minutes away from Boksburg. So yeah. Following day, Monday, went to work. The pain wasn't there, but the bleeding was still there. But at that point, I'm keeping positive. And then I read something that spoke about ectopic pregnancies, and I was like, ectopic pregnancy, what's this now? I honestly got put off after reading a couple of sentences. I was just like, whatever, that's not me. I'm fine, I'm good, my baby's fine. Okay, sharp. And then Monday went to work, came back from work and went straight to that person that does scans. He scans and he's like, his scan wasn't even that great. It's like those old scans, but he could see that there's blood around what's this, around my uterus. So he was saying, I can see that you are bleeding internally, but I can't really make out what's going on. I can't see the sac. I can't see like what I'm meant to see when you're pregnant. So I'm gonna refer you to a gynae that's in Lendau. In Lesbedlela, guys. This is Springsman. N17. Is it? No, it's not N17. It's Parkland or N17. Parkland, no? I think Parkland. But it's the one near Springs near McDonald's. K-Shop. So there's a gynae there outside of the hospital, but she has like these rooms and stuff. Shop, here I am with so the appointment I think was on a Friday. I skipped work and I went to the appointment because I told my manager at the time what I was going through. Yeah, and then I went to the appointment. When I got there, guys, hey guys, as women we are so insensitive of each other. We are so cruel towards each other. We man, as feeling like as call, you know, I didn't get that warmth when I walked into the room. She was just like, okay, let's see. And then she scanned me and she's like, ay, minangboni nix la. You probably got a miscarriage or something. Makangboni nix, hangboni sek, hangboni nix. So yeah. And she basically dismissed me just like that. Nothing like, let's go do bloods, I did bloods before coming to her. I did bloods because when you're pregnant they check for the HCG hormone, which is supposed to double every day or something like that, but it's supposed to increase as your pregnancy progresses. So she did that, and then what happened? Yeah, she did that, and then obviously I was meant to wait for the results, and then she did the scan. But in the scan she's just like, girl, I don't see anything. I don't even see the blood this guy was talking about. So yeah, I think you had a miscarriage because I'm gonna nix la, you know, I'm gonna nixi. So sharp. I ngapuma ngiswabile, you know, ngapuma ngiswabile. But I think in my heart I still had hope. I was just like, ay, Lona, whatever, you know, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what was going on in my head at that point, but I was just in denial of whatever's going on. This is my first baby. I mean, I've tried for the longest time not to get pregnant, and at the point where I want to get pregnant, there are issues. So I was in denial the longest time. The longest time my daughter is awake. Okay, alright, come tata. So yeah, so after that, I booked another appointment with my GP. Went to my GP. She was a very cool lady. I got there and she explained. She was like, okay, I can't do much because I don't have the tools and the scans and the whatever, but I'm gonna refer you to the best gynae I know. She's in Sunwood Hospital and I'm sure she'll sort you out. Sharp. Oh no, I'm lying. Before I went to my GP on the following, was it the following week? Oh no, I went to the gynae Thursday, and then Friday I obviously went to work. Went to work. The pain is gone, guys. Now at this point I don't have pain. I am fine. I got to work, I worked. So I used to work with my husband like in the same office park. So after knocking off, I obviously waited for him to grab a couple of drinks with his friends, and then I just chilled in the car because I wasn't feeling okay emotionally, you know. How? Next thing, the pain. Also, now we're driving to Soweto because we usually would go to Soweto and chill there, and then go to Boksburg. And then there was my husband's friend in the car. So the pain started on the way to Soweto. It got like, okay, it was a bit uncomfortable. And then when we reached Soweto, it was unbearable again. I couldn't move. I was literally screaming the whole way. And yeah, my husband panicked, and then he took me to, there was like those mini private hospitals, like a small one opposite Ipara, I think. I'm not sure what it's called. I got there, guys, like at this point I was exhausted with doctors and them checking. I got there and I told this lady a story and I explained everything, and then she was like, okay, I'll just do a finger examination because we don't have scans and whatever here. I'll do a finger examination for now, and then the nurse said I must just pee in a cup. And then so when I peed in the cup and they did a dipstick, it did say I'm pregnant. Obviously the HCG hormone was still in my body, but I think it was subsiding. So the doctor arrived, and then he did like a finger scan, and he felt it, and he's like, no, your cervix is still closed, so it's not open, so at least we know that there is still a pregnancy there. Obviously I can't check what's going on with the baby, but yeah, just make sure you find a gynae soon so that they can explain what's going on or like check you further. So I explained that I went to the guy and didn't see anything. I said, no, that's impossible because your cervix is closed. There's still something going on. There's still like a pregnancy somewhere there. So sort it out, girl. At this point, I've been a lawyer. Aisha, you know. So I went home, and then they gave me some pills to drink, obviously safe for the pregnancy, and then the pain stopped. Then Saturday morning I went to my GP. My GP was like, girl, I can't do much, but I'll refer you to the best gynae. I know when you get to her you'll get a solution, you know. Okay, sharp. And then the gynae's appointment was on a Wednesday, I think. Fast forward to Wednesday, I told my mom everything. I have a gynae appointment in. Got to the gynae, peed in a cup, you know, the works, and she did a scan. Immediately when she did a scan, she was like, girl, we need you in the theater now. You are literally near death, or yeah, something bad is just gonna happen to you if we don't react to this soon. I'm not sure why you chilled this long for this specific reason. But basically you have an ectopic pregnancy. And I was like, what? And yeah, she was just like, she was also not warm, but I think, yeah, she wasn't those, you know, when you have a gynae, sometimes I feel like, yeah, someone you can relate to, someone you can talk to, like emotionally wise and whatever. She was just those doctors that get straight to the point. I wasn't really mad about her because she was at least giving me a solution. Do you understand? So okay, sharp. She gave me a solution. She was like, girl, you need to have an emergency operation. It's called a lipo something. Yeah, I'll write down the word at the bottom. But basically we're gonna remove one of your tube because it has ruptured. We found this ectopic pregnancy too late. So girl, we need to cut you up. At that point I was literally holding back my tears, but I was disappointed. My husband was trying to hug me, and I was just like, okay, they were just writing letters and calling admin to do the admin stuff so they can book me a bed. Like everything was just happening like a movie in my eyes, and I was just like, what is going on? What the hell is going on? So I was just like, guys, peace. I need to go get my clothes though. I can't just go, because they were like, no, ask your husband to go and pack. And I'm like, guys, can I go home and just find myself kancane before I agree to anything, you know. So they allowed me to leave. I left, I went home. I literally cried all the way there. I cried when I got home. Yeah, I got home, and yeah, like talking about it still gets me. But anyway, so I got home, told my mother everything, and then she didn't understand. She was like, what's in the topic? Like, what's that? Like, you know, nobody has had that in our family. What are you talking about? So I also didn't know much, but I started researching before I would do the operation, obviously. And then the gynae also explained to me what an ectopic pregnancy is. So for those of you who don't know, an ectopic pregnancy is when you know, when an egg gets fertilized, it needs to go through the fallopian tube and then implant in your uterus. But at that point it doesn't move, like it gets stuck in the fallopian tube and it starts growing there. And when it grows there, it's like a huge risk. Obviously you start bleeding, and when it ruptures, like, yeah, chances of you dying are very high. So it's a very serious condition, not condition, but it's a life-threatening thing. So I think I honestly thank God at that point that, I mean, I've been bleeding for so long, I've been going up and down, but I'm still alive, you know. So yeah, that's why I want to share this story with people, because I feel like as women we go through so many things with our body and we don't understand our body. So researching and finding out or hearing from other people opens our eyes, so that when something like this happens, you immediately jump and you don't just relax. So for me, yeah, it came as a shock. But anyway, I went there, I did the operation. After the operation, I had the worst pain ever. So they cut you up like a C-section basically. Then they stitch you. So, and then they remove the fallopian tube. So luckily I still had one fallopian tube that was perfectly fine. That's how I got pregnant again, with Offense. So, but at that point in time, it killed me. It killed me emotionally. To a point where after everything, okay, well, let me tell you about the experience in hospital. I think also our hospitals are not, they don't think about emotions, you know. They don't, yeah, they put you in a ward, maternity ward. I mean, it doesn't make sense if you had an ectopic or a miscarriage to be in a maternity ward. It breaks you. You're gonna see ladies who are still pregnant, you're gonna see ladies who are laboring, you're gonna see ladies that just got babies. You know, it's not a nice place to be. It's honestly like, it fucks you over as a person. Like, you don't know how to feel. You honestly go from angry to, yeah, to resentful to this person. Yeah, it got me to a point where I literally didn't want to look at babies. When we were at the mall and a baby would smile at me, I'd be like, I didn't want anything to do with a baby next to me. I think also it was envy, thinking that, ooh, I could have had that as well. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's God's will. I think at the end of the day, yeah, God knows best, man. Maybe I was meant to go through that process to come here and share it with you guys. Who knows? But it shifted so much in my life. Yeah. I think it was yeah, I don't want to go into the other stuff that happened after that, but it was hectic, guys. It was literally hectic. It was not a nice feeling, and I'm grateful that I was able to bear another baby, because when you go through such things, you're thinking, what are the possibilities of me getting pregnant only with one fallopian tube? Like, how? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, you know, how do I trust my body again? Because even with Offense's pregnancy, I remember when I found out, I was nervous more than anything. I was anxious. I literally couldn't sleep, because I'm thinking, is this gonna happen again? Like, will my body betray me again? But I remember going to the doctor just to confirm that I am pregnant, and the doctor was like, positive thoughts, girl. There's nothing more I can tell you. Pray, be positive about it. Don't think of the worst. Obviously, if things happen, go to the doctor, but think about positive things. Pray, eat healthy, drink healthy stuff, and take your vitamins. That's all I'm gonna give you. Like, he didn't say this is what we can do to prevent nothing. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. It was honestly hectic. So ladies out there, women, know your body, know what's going on in your body. I think there's also a bunch of people that have miscarriages without them knowing, until they get to the doctor's room because they're bleeding, and then they just like, you had a miscarriage. So yeah, we're hectic, guys, we're hectic, but we keep on moving, we keep on praying, and we keep on hoping. So I think also with Offense's pregnancy, for me it was sacred. For me it was something I didn't want to share with everyone. You know, there's some people who got angry at the fact that I didn't tell them. There was some friend that, you know, but at the end of the day, I knew what I went through with the previous one, and having to go back and tell people that, hey, phela kwenzakale so, you know, is another story. It's another story. So I think as women, especially women, because you don't find men doing this most of the time, but as women, please be kind to each other. Like, don't want to know, like, don't ask questions like, why is your belly this big, why are you getting a big bum, why you know, wait, yeah man, don't. You guys are like, you don't know what people are going through. For all you know, that belly that you're seeing could be a person just had a miscarriage. You don't know what people are going through. And be kind to people. Let people tell you things when they feel like telling you, or when they want to tell you. If you see something, observe something funny, shut up. It's not yours, it's not your business, you know. It's not your business. Like, be kind to people, be considerate, and think of yourself in that situation. How would you feel if someone had to treat you like that, you know? So yeah. Yes. So yeah, that's today's topic. It's fertility or infertility. I think we grow up not wanting to get pregnant, then we get to a point in our life where we want to get pregnant, and things happen, you know. You end up sitting with the doctor to find out, is everything fine? Can I have a baby? What's going on? Some people try forever, you know. So life is a very tricky thing. But yeah, I hope today's topic spoke to someone. I hope today's topic was helpful. I hope today's topic will start a conversation about women, guys. I think we need to start empowering each other more than bashing each other. Yeah, you know, it's so draining to have women who are, for whatever reason my camera stopped recording. Hope I still have space, but anyway, let's be empowering to each other, guys. Let's be more sensitive, let's be kind, let's be positive towards each other. Nothing is as draining as having a person that's always negative, or that will always want to see the bad, you know. Let's motivate each other. I don't think men would be playing us this much if we as women weren't betraying each other, like, as well, you know. So I think as women, guys, please, let's change. Let's honestly change. This world is big enough for everyone. It's massive for you to be bashing someone else. Like, it's too big for you to be gossiping or talking shit about someone else. But let's empower each other. Let's talk about things like this. Let's talk about our bodies. Let's figure out what's going on in our bodies, and motivate each other regarding that. So yeah, that's my 2 cents for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you took something from it. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe using the button down below. I love you guys so much, and can't wait for the next video because your girl is coming with the things now. Love you. Bye.